Hey, Fred Lam here, and listen, today I have a special guest with us to actually show you a simple three-step process that he has developed that has helped him make tens of thousands of dollars in affiliate commission. Now, regardless if you are looking into building an affiliate marketing business, or you're looking to starting out a new business, or if you are already running affiliate marketing, I gotta tell you, what you're about to see and learn today will completely blow you away. Now listen, I've been online for nearly 14 years now, and I have yet found such a simple system that literally anyone can copy to start generating insane amount of commissions with affiliates. Now, we're going to actually go into full detail today on exactly what this is, but before we do anything and before I even actually get our special guest here with us for me to actually grill him, to really have me an opportunity to learn from him, because this guy is doing literally $20,000 a day in commission. All right, so let that sink a little bit. $20,000 a day in commission. That's some serious stuff right now, and I was able to actually get him on board to actually have me really challenge him, grill him, so that I can learn myself and really take this opportunity for every single one of you to learn at the same time. But before anything else, before I bring this guest speaker here with us, here's the thing. We got a free book for you, okay? It's called the $1,000 per day blueprint. And you can actually get access to this book for free right now, right in the video, right below. There's a link, click on it, and we're even hosting a live training to even go in full detail about this 3-step blueprint that you can literally start using as quickly as the end of the training. We're gonna show you a lot of things, so make sure right down below on the video, grab this book, it's 100% free, and make sure you join us in the live training. Now, here's the deal, okay? Background story, and I don't think this gentleman, who I'm going to bring on board pretty soon, really knows about the story. So first of all, I was at ClickBank, all right? So we all know ClickBank is the pioneer of affiliate marketing, and they have literally thousands and thousands of products that you can actually start selling as an affiliate without needing a website, without needing an email list. Like, anyone can actually sign up and start making money online. And they have done billions of dollars. So I got invited to their headquarters for an interview, and then one of the ClickBank representative came up to me and said, "Hey Fred, do you know about this guy that he became the #1 affiliate on ClickBank right now?" And I was like, yeah, whatever. Like, there's always people who say that they're #1 on ClickBank. Like, really? And the guy's like, no, we actually hosted a contest and we announced it to all the affiliates, and this guy absolutely crushed it. And I was like, yeah, it's got to be someone that I know. And all of a sudden, this name popped up, and it says Robby. I was like, who the hell is this guy? Like, really? Who the hell is this guy? Like, I've never heard of him, never seen of him. And then afterwards, I start seeing him all over the place on my Facebook newsfeed and my Instagram newsfeed. I was like, who on earth is this guy? Like, out of like nowhere, this guy went from a complete underground millionaire into just skyrocketing, seeing him everywhere. And I was like, huh, this is interesting. I want to actually learn what he has been doing. And unfortunately, I was able to actually connect with him and actually get to really milk knowledge out of him. And I was actually blown away on what this gentleman was able to do. And I want you guys all to actually welcome this special guest that is really up for the challenge for me to grill him on what he has been doing. And we all want to actually welcome Robby right now. So Robby, thank you for actually being here with us. How are you?
Dude, Fred, what an introduction, man. Dude, you made me look good there. Thank you so much for having me on, man. I appreciate that. And it's a pleasure to be on this interview and to become friends with you. And dude, I've known about you for years now. I've seen your ads, everything. So it's super cool to be on doing this interview. And yeah, man, I'm excited to teach everybody what we got going on.
Awesome. So first of all, here's the thing, all right? I really want to know about your story, because when we connected, I wasn't able to actually have the opportunity to hear your entire story on like, what were you doing in the past and what did you do to become like the #1 ClickBank affiliate? Here's the deal, guys. It's actually recognized by ClickBank. So it's not some random person saying, I'm the #1 affiliate on ClickBank. There's a lot of people that make that claim, but to actually be endorsed by ClickBank, that's a different story. So Robby, tell me your story.
Oh man, my story is it's very random. It's definitely not something I ever expected, honestly and truly. I mean, so a little bit about me. I went to school for exercise and sports science, and I became a personal trainer. That was kind of my big goal and big dream. And I remember going to college. I remember the first thing that sold me on doing exercise and sports science as a degree was the professor told me that if I did that, I could make up to $65,000 a year, Fred, right? And I remember being like, oh my God, like 65, like sign me up, right? Like that was my mindset back then, being 18 years old and not knowing anything. And so I became a personal trainer, and then that turned into, owning a boot camp business, and that turned into owning a CrossFit gym. And during that time when I had my CrossFit gym, I opened up my gym. I had this big space, and I thought that I was going to crush it and everything. And man, I didn't crush it at first. and part of it was because I was really good at getting people in shape, but I was really bad at getting people in the door, right? And so what kind of happened because of that, it got to the point where, there were some low points. And what I mean by low points is that, I had to, some months, do I want to pay for groceries, or do I want to pay my rent? Do I want to pay my bills? Like it was kind of at that point, And so what I ended up doing is I kind of figured out about Facebook ads, right? And so Facebook ads was the big thing for me. And so what happened was I started running ads for my gym. I had this offer. It was like a 6-week challenge that I offered. And man, like once I started figuring it out, once I dialed it in, like it turned my gym around. And like, we went from having less than 100 members to having almost 400 members in like 2 months. It was insane. So then, what kind of happened is about a little over 5 years ago, I said, man, I really want to go online. I've always wanted to have an online business. I just don't know how to do it. So I went to this event. These two guys, his name was Bedros Keuilian and this guy, Craig Valentine. They had a mastermind, and they taught you how to create a ClickBank product, right? That was how they kind of their pitch. And so, I said, all right, like I'll give it a shot and see what happens. So I remember, it's crazy, Fred. I remember creating the product, right? And I remember going to the first event, which was in Miami. And I remember going to every single person in that event and saying, hey, like, can you promote my product? Because at the time, like email marketing was the big thing. And all these guys had big email lists, and that's kind of how they made their money. And so I went to every single person in that mastermind, asked if they would promote my product. Every single person said no. Okay. And so I was super frustrated. I'm like, man, I paid all this money to be in the mastermind. What am I going to do? So that night in the hotel in Miami, I said, you know what? Like, I'm just going to try to run a Facebook ad for my product, right? Which was a CrossFit kind of product. And because I'm like, well, if it worked for my gym, maybe it'll work for my product, right? So set up the ad, went to bed, woke up in the morning and had 3 sales. All right. Yeah. So I'm like, oh my God, like what's going on here? And I remember calling my parents and saying, hey, did you buy my product? And they were like, what product? So I knew it wasn't my parents. So I knew that 3 people in the world that I didn't even know bought my product. So that's when like the light bulb like went off for me. That was like my aha moment, even though it was like, $27, I think, commissions, like that was like, it might as well have been like $10 million because that was a game changer for me. Right. So then what kind of happened was I kind of got smart and I said, well, all right, like I'm selling my product, that's fine. But what if I promote like other people's products? Because, these other people, they spend a ton of money on getting copywriters. They've done all the research. They've done all the testing. They create better products than I do. What if I can just like sell their stuff and promote their stuff, right? And so that's exactly kind of what I did. And so I ended up promoting a bunch of top ClickBank offers and kind of in the weight loss space and other spaces. And I started making hundreds per day, and then I started making thousands per day. And this is all with Facebook ads, right? And then I got to the point where last January, where ClickBank had a contest, and I remember someone messaging me and they said, Robby, like you're in 3rd place, and I said, cool, for what? And they said, for the ClickBank contest. And I'm like, oh my God, like I didn't even know there was a contest. And so I kind of said, all right, well, I'm in 3rd now. I might as well just try to win this thing, right? So, and that's what I did. And I just pushed super hard, and I ended up doing, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 in a day. And I ended up winning the contest. I became number 1 on ClickBank, and the rest they say is history.
Hold on. I just heard a number there that kind of blew my mind, and I want to confirm that. You did $50,000 a day during that contest?
Yep.
Holy crap. That's actually my second question. Like, how much sales were you able to do to actually get number 1 ClickBank affiliate? Now, here's the thing though. Correct me if I'm wrong, Robby. We're talking about $50,000 in commission, right? In your account, or is it sales?
So it's $50,000 in sales.
Got it.
My commission on that was about, I'm at profit margin. Anytime I run ads at that scale, I'm around like 50 to 55% profit margin. So still not a bad day.
That is massive. So we're talking about $50,000 in commission in sales. Now, for those of you that are new to affiliate marketing, what essentially it is that you are selling other people's products, and when you have people that you refer to actually buy those products, you make a commission. And typically commissions are like around 50% all the way to 75%. And in this case, we're talking about Robby taking home right now roughly $25,000 in a day. All right, in one single day. And that skyrocketed him right into the #1 ClickBank affiliate. Now, here's the thing. When I saw that list, I gotta be honest with you, Robby, when I saw that list, I was like, this guy is going against some of the top affiliates in the world that has been doing this for like a decade. Like, this guy just came out of nowhere. So that really got my attention, by the way. And I was like, I don't want to sound too desperate and find out who this guy is. So I just kind of like, I know that ClickBank will reach out to me and tell me all about it. And I was like, wow, that is absolutely insane. Which now goes to the third question that I have, profit margins. What do we look at for the typical profit margins? Let's say that you are $25,000 in commission for that one day. What is roughly the profit margins that you're seeing?
Yeah, so my profit margins, because obviously I'm running Facebook ads, right? So you got to spend money to make money. That's just the way it goes. And so on average, I'm saying on the low end, a low end day would be like 40% profit margin, right? So basically, which is pretty good.
That's really good.
Yeah. So if I spend $100 and make 140 in revenue, and then on the high end, I could be at I could be over I could double my money. I could put $1 in and get $2 back.
Awesome. So, guys, he's actually taking home, I just did the math over here. He's actually taking home, minus the ads, all right? He doesn't need to have customer support because he is not selling his product. He's selling other people's product. In one single day, he actually makes more money than a doctor makes in a single month. So if you want to do that math, that's how the math looks like. And you know what? Guess what? Get this book right now. Write down the video. Get this book and join our live training because he's revealing it all right inside here. So get it right now. It's called $1,000 per day master blueprint. And you're going to actually join a live exclusive training with Robby and I to actually have me get him to show you this entire system for you. So do it right now, okay? So going back into the question. So what is that one thing that led you into that massive breakthrough? Like, there's got to be one thing, right? Because you share your story. I kind of lost that. I missed that part. So a lot of people that are starting out, and for me, when I was starting out, it's like my first sale was the biggest breakthrough. I was like, wow, I couldn't believe that running ads can give me the opportunity to actually sell anything that I wanted to sell. So that was my personal breakthrough when I was in the starting out. So what was it that you have seen? Like, what was that one thing that made a drastic difference when you are becoming the #1 affiliate on ClickBank?
Yeah, I mean, the big thing for me really was, because when I first started doing this, I would spend like $20 per day. And I remember, spending $20 a day and like freaking out, being like, oh my God, like $20. And then I went to $30 and I'm like, oh my God, $30. But I think, once I got to the point where I didn't, get emotional with the numbers, I guess is the big thing. That was kind of a big breakthrough for me because I think a lot of times people, kind of have a weird relationship with money. And I think that, once you get to the point where you're like, wow, like I'm putting $20 in and I'm making $40, or why should I put $4,000 in and make $8,000? So that was kind of a big aha moment for me, and that was kind of like a big mindset shift for me because obviously when you get to the point where you're spending the amount of money that I was spending per day, like you have to obviously it's not guessing. This is not a gamble. You can't have a gambler's mentality, right? You have to go based on data and. So that was a big thing for me to really get past and get out of my own way of like, okay, like I'm making money, so I need to spend more money to make more money. So, and that's kind of really what changed the game for me because I think a lot of people will start and then they kind of like get in their own way, and they kind of hold themselves back. So, that's probably the turning point for me.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So basically, anyone can actually start doing this with just like 20 bucks a day.
Yeah, so I tell anyone like $20 on the low end. I mean some $40 like around there, and you can do some really amazing stuff. And the thing is too, like with what we teach and what I kind of how I've developed this kind of system that got me to where I am today. Like I mean you don't need to have a ton of overhead. Like and the crazy thing is, Fred, like when I started my gym, like I spent maybe $250,000 with build out, and then I had to get employees and I had to get insurance and equipment. um, with this, like you just need, 20 bucks a day, and, you have the potential to make so much more than I would as just a gym owner. So that's the mind boggling thing about it. Yeah.
All right, so $20 to $40 a day. That's like a lot of people can do it. And we're talking about like building real business over here. And listen, like this is mind boggling so far. So now that we actually got the context of things, getting actually the feeling, now we're gonna go diving into really having me grilling you on finding out what the heck you were doing. So, because I wanted to learn, I want to start doing this myself. So let's actually get to the business model. Okay, let's get to the business model first. So what is literally the number one struggle for affiliate marketers that you've seen that your business model really help beginners overcome?
Yeah, I think one of the biggest things is just the front end costs, because I think like there's other models obviously, for example with e-commerce or drop shipping, which hey, at the end of the day they're all great models, right? There's so many ways to make money online, and that's one of the beauties of online stuff, right? But one of the things as far as like e-commerce, you have to get obviously if you're going to do inventory, you got to build a website, you got to deal with customer service, you got to deal with just a lot of stuff, right? More maybe some a higher starting cost. Drop shipping is also, can be an issue too, especially with, like for example, all the craziness that's going on right now as we're, doing this interview. But the nice thing about what I teach and kind of the way that I've done and had success is I don't have to have inventory. I don't have to have my own product. I don't have to have an email list. Like, so Fred, for example, when I became number one, and to have those $50,000 days, I didn't collect a single email address, and I was able to still have that success. I think those are the biggest things that really are some big roadblocks. I think time is also a big roadblock for a lot of people, where they think like they have to have 40 hours a week to make it work, and you don't. Like I mean the crazy thing about this is the more you do it, like the less time it takes. And like that day I made that $50,000, it was a Sunday, and I remember just literally checking my ads in the morning, watching Netflix most of the day, and then checking it at night, and I made more money than I've ever made in a day before. And that was like, so that's the biggest I think advantage with this, compared to other stuff, is that you're able to, and plus you're able to get things up and going pretty quickly. Like, like I've had success. I've taught this to other people. I have some students that are able, like within 30 days, to just go from, starting at $20 to then having the first $1,000 day or more.
Oh, wow, that's awesome. So now what makes your business model, there's so many affiliate marketing strategies out there, right? People building email lists, people doing this, people doing that. What is that one thing that your affiliate marketing business model does that kind of overcomes or give you a competitive advantage over all the other affiliate marketing strategies out there?
Yeah, I think just speed of implementation is the biggest thing, because, let's say, for example, you want to do affiliate marketing with email marketing, right? Which is fine. Like, I've done email marketing. It's great. You can make money with it. But the problem is a lot of times you have to, first of all, if you're running ads to build a list, like your day one revenue is not going to be profitable most of the time. Then you're going to have to learn how to write copywriting and write emails that convert. And then you have to find other so there's a lot of like just back end work that takes time. And when you're just starting out, I think one of the biggest things with people that start online is that they want to see results quick. Like I think, obviously there's no such thing as a get rich quick, but they want to see that the work they're putting is going to have a result. And so, so for me with what, kind of what I teach, like, that result happens very quickly. And so you don't have to learn how to write copywriting. You don't have to, build an email list and segment and deal with unsubscribes and all this crazy, technical stuff that, the experts do to have success. Like all you have to do is just literally find a high converting product on ClickBank, set up a page that we can talk about in a second. And then you run some ads and that's what you do. And that's literally you just rinse and repeat. And then you just, if you want to make more money, you put more fuel on the fire, which is, spend more and then you make more. So that's kind of how it works.
That's awesome. So you actually answered my follow-up question. It's like, what's make your model unique? It's like quick results. Like we all want quick results, right? And the reason why e-commerce dropshipping is like taking like the big peak, like people are going into it, is because there's quick results. Like you can get results pretty quick. Now this strategy also could give you pretty quick results. And one of the things that I've heard in between those lines is no copywriting, but you're talking about, obviously there's no emails needed. What is the strategy? Like I heard that there's one page, but there's no copywriting needed. Can you lightly actually talk about the 3-step? Like what are the 3 steps? What do you do?
Sure. Yeah, it's good. It's a good question. So the way that I set up the 3 steps are, I kind of work backwards than what most people do, and that do run ads to affiliate offers. And so most people, they'll set up their ad and then they have like a landing page and then they work on the offer, right? I do the opposite, right? I select what offer I want to run first, right? And then what I do is once I have that offer, then what I like to do is I like to put a list and I kind of build out what I call my avatar, which is the ideal person that would buy this product. And I want to know more about that person than that person knows about themselves, right? So I want to know, where they live, how old they are, like what country they live in, what TV shows, what magazines they read, like everything, right? From there, what I'll do next is I will then build my landing page, which, some people call a pre-sale page or a bridge page. There's all kinds of different names, it's the same thing. And basically what I do on that, it's going to be either, a quick little article or it's going to be a quiz. Most of the time it's going to be a quiz, like 4 to 7 questions. And this is why I say you don't have to be great at copywriting. Like you just have to come up with 4 to 7 questions that pique curiosity. And so it's very easy to test and make adjustments to on those questions. So I build those questions for the offer. And then finally what I do is we set up our ad, right? So our ad would be on Facebook. I focus on Facebook. And then all I do, as far as the images, we focus on like these images that pique curiosity, get people to stop scrolling, and create what I call our open loops, right? So basically an open loop is something that, like, if I were to say, like an example of an open loop would be like, hey Fred, did you hear what happened today? And I didn't say anything. Like you'd be like, what happened? Tell me. Like we're subconsciously, we're programmed to close the open loops that are created. And so that's what we do with the images. And then finally with the copy, it's very conversational. Like that's why I say you don't need copywriting. It's like if you're talking to somebody at a party and you're describing something, that's basically how you would write. And so yeah, and that's it. That's it in a nutshell how it works. And obviously there's some more parts to it, but that's the bread and butter there, and that's how it works. Yeah.
Wow. So simply, you're just creating like a questionnaire.
Pretty much. Yeah.
That's what you're doing. You're just creating a questionnaire. Like if any of you guys are asking me questions right now or in a webinar or whatever, you can do this. Literally. It's as simple as that. Yeah. Awesome. That's very interesting. All right. So that's intriguing. I never actually tried doing a quiz. Now, I learned something new. I actually wrote all these notes down so I can try it. So now, all right. So basically, you go to ClickBank, find an offer, and then you create either a quiz to ask them questions, that open loop to get them to actually go to the affiliate offer, and cha-ching, if the sale comes, you make money. It's that simple.
That's it.
All right. So that's interesting. All right, you're making me want to get started right now on this. So, what are the top 3 niches? If I were to start right now, what are the top 3 niches that you think I should get into right now? And now I'm being selfish over here, everyone that's listening. It seems like I wanted to do this myself right now, but we'll find out. What is the top 3 niches right now that you think someone brand new should start?
Yeah, I love that. So the answer is health, wealth, or relationships. Those are the 3 niches, right? So now the reason why I say that is because kind of a lot of what I teach and a lot of what we do is very it has a lot to do with psychology, right? And so it's kind of like what they call Maslow's hierarchy of needs, right? Where it's kind of those 3 things are built into our DNA, where it's like, basically like food, sex, and money, right? Those are the 3 things that every person can relate to in some way, shape, or form. And it's just almost like a primal, it's in our DNA. Like we can all relate to it, right? And so that's why, like with health, it's like, weight loss, having more energy, sleeping better, like all those things, right? Making money, obviously, retiring early, 401k, Bitcoin, all this stuff, right? Relationships, getting your ex back, finding the one, like texting someone better. Like those are kind of the offers that we would promote. And the reason why is because, the niches are just massive, right? So like the weight loss niche, the health niche is just, tons and tons of people. Now, the beauty of that is it makes it easy for me as a marketer and with the system to target, because I know that every single person more or less is interested in weight loss. And now as far as like targeting to them, it's so much easier to do. And the nice thing about that too is the reason why I'm able to do big numbers and my students are able to do big numbers is because, the ocean is so big,
That's true. That's awesome. So health, wealth, or relationship.
Yep.
Okay, got it. All right, you actually answered my next question already, it seems. It's like, what if I don't know how to create a website, or I suck at writing? Does this model work? Which we're not even actually writing anything. You're just basically doing a quiz. You're just asking questions. Like, anyone asks questions. That's interesting. All right, so now, before we actually dive into my favorite part of all, okay? First of all, listen, if you guys actually wanted to learn exactly how this $1,000 per day system really works, seriously, right here, we got this free book. He actually wrote it. Robby wrote it for you guys. And right now, you can actually get this copy for free. And you're also invited to join a live training where Robby is going to actually show you an actual case study of an ad that crushed it for him during his #1 ClickBank contest right now. So again, right in the video description right below, there's a link. Click on it, register your seat, grab a copy, start diving into this. There's just so many things. I'm actually learning a lot of stuff. I took a lot of notes, by the way, just for your record, like I am taking notes right here. So now let's go to my favorite part. So we got the business model down. We're just basically, in a nutshell, we're just using quiz. Ask people questions, bring people to an affiliate offer page, which I love. That's great. So now let's talk about the ads. Like, I'm a media buyer at heart, so I can actually see if you're the real deal or not over here. All right, I'm gonna challenge you. So I can actually learn more media buying skills too, because I bet you're doing something very interesting. So my next question is, well, it's not a next question. It's like, this is like a myth. It's a rumor, I should say it's a rumor, that Facebook doesn't like affiliate marketing, right? Like, if you do an affiliate link, you run an ad directly with an affiliate link, regardless if it's ClickBank, CPA offer, or whatever, you're gonna basically get your account shut down right away. So how do you really get this to work?
Yeah, that's a great question. And honestly, that's probably one of the #1 questions I get asked. And obviously, I found a way around it because I've done what I've done. But basically, here's the deal, right? So first of all, when people say that Facebook does not like affiliate marketing, that is not true. Okay, they like affiliate marketing. They're okay with affiliate marketing. It's just the way that you go about it, right? For example, that's one of the reasons why we also have that landing page, right? So Facebook doesn't like direct linking to affiliate links typically, right? So we have the bridge page, which kind of allows us to do that. Now, the other thing too is a lot of times I see a lot of people make silly mistakes where they don't warm up their account enough, or they don't put a privacy policy on their pages, right? They don't do like little things that Facebook looks for. They don't put a lot of content on their fan pages, right? And these are all like little things that Facebook really pays attention to, and that's where most people have issues with when it comes to getting accounts shut down. Now, I will say when it comes to Facebook, account shutdowns happen. Like it's just part of the beast, and it's part of the game. And obviously, it's not our goal to get shut down, of course. And also, if you do get an account shut down, you're not a bad person. I know a lot of people, they're like, "Oh my God, I feel like I did something wrong." No, you didn't do anything wrong. Most of the time, it's on their end, right? But the key is learning to work with Facebook and not against Facebook. And so, one thing that has really helped me and my students as well is that I actually have somebody that works at Facebook. That's a Facebook employee, I call him my insider, and he helps me with a lot of stuff. And he actually helps my students too, because I give anyone that works with me, I give them access to my Facebook insider too. So yeah, and the great thing about that is he keeps us up to date on policy and changes and stuff, and so we can zig while everybody else is zagging, and we can have the success. Yeah.
All right, for those of you that I hope you caught what he said, can I be your student now? Like, I'll give you my credit card number. right now. Like I want to get access to that Facebook guy right now. Like that's amazing, and you actually bring this, and you bring this connection to your students too, which is like that's massive. That's amazing. You actually were able to do it. That's great stuff. So you guys heard it. You guys want access to Facebook? Robby's the guy. Robby's the guy. All right, to get your account unsuspended. I know that a lot of you guys have your account suspended, but I guess now, Robby protected his student with the protection plan right now by having this guy. That's amazing. Kudos to you, man. All right, so
and also Fred too. Just sorry to interrupt there, but I also have I have a bunch of scripts and a bunch of ways to like get your accounts back if you have gotten shut down. So it's something we can talk about later on. But it's definitely that's something that I share with my students as well, because I've had some students that have had their account shut down for like 3 years, and then they use the script and they get it back.
Oh wow.
So yeah, so there's a lot of cool stuff there. Yeah.
Cool. That is epic. That's awesome, man. I need some help on that. I'll be honest, I do have a couple of accounts banned. I think every single Facebook advertiser have gone through that. So it's fine to get your account banned as long as you're able to get it back. All right. All right. So now going to the next question. So Facebook is actually okay with affiliate marketing, which is great. Now, is the type of ads that you run are different than other people? Because everyone's like, for us, we run a lot of conversion ads, direct response. But when I glanced at your book, I'll be honest, I'm going to start reading this book tonight. I saw some case study where the ad is a little bit different than what I normally used to see. Can you actually tell me a little bit about the ad itself, on how is it like different from all the other ads that you see online, which is like go sign up for my email list, go buy this product, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera?
Yeah, for sure. So I think this is something that I think anybody can learn from, even if you're not doing affiliate marketing or what I've done. Like, because I've spent millions and millions on Facebook and profitably, and one of the big mistakes that most people make is they try to sell from the ad itself. Okay, and that's a big mistake, and I don't know why people keep doing it. I see a lot of people doing it, and it drives me crazy. But and here's the reason why it's not a good thing, because Facebook is not a place where people go to buy stuff, right? Facebook is a social platform. So, nobody wakes up in the morning and says, you know what, like, man, today's the day I'm going to lose weight. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go on Facebook and buy a weight loss program. Like, nobody does that, right? Everybody goes on the Facebook, to post memes, see what their friends are doing, that's what they do, right? And so it's my job as a marketer to understand that and make sure that my copy is very social, right? So that's why I talked about like the party trick. Like if you have a conversation with somebody at a party, how would you talk, right? You wouldn't be very technical or scientific. You would just talk like, oh my God, I tried this the other day. It was amazing. Like I feel so much better. Like that's the kind of the talk you would do on your ad copy. And then from there, it's just all about getting people to stop scrolling. So we pique that curiosity. And the way that we do that is with, our creative, which is either an image or a video. Most of the time, it's going to be an image, and the image is going to be almost like a weird illustration. It could be it's usually something like a storyboard type of feel, and it makes you first of all stop scrolling, and it makes you go, like what's going on here, right? And then from there, once they see the image, because everybody's eyes go to the image and then the copy and then the headline, that's what we do. So knowing that, that's how I kind of play to, the psychology of it, right? So really focusing on the image, getting people to stop scrolling. And then the copy is very social, kind of reinforcing, piquing that curiosity that I created with the image. And then the call to action is getting people to click over and take the quiz or whatever. That's the way that I do it.
Huh. Interesting. So it's basically kind of like, again, it's not like an ad that is selling. It's just like a simple ad. It's like a super simple ad that kind of like just talk to people. Interesting. All right.
And here's why, Fred, because really at the end, like I said before at the beginning of the interview, like, the products that we're promoting, these are all VSLs, video sales letters, and they've spent like hundreds of thousands on copywriters, and they work and they convert. And so it's my job, and it's my students' job, not to sell, but to get people to that page. That's the only job. And let the page, let the VSL do what it's supposed to do. It's a reason why it's called a video sales letter, because it sells people. It's not my job to sell, it's a sales letter. Yeah.
Interesting. So out of curiosity, my question is a very different approach, really different approach. What is the average cost per click or CTR do you see across the board with this strategy?
Good question. So I'm happy with anything under $1 as far as cost per click. Usually if you're really dialed in, you're at like, 20 cents a click or less. And then as far as click-through rates, this is the most important part. The click-through rates, I like to shoot for anywhere from 7 to 12% click-through rate.
Holy moly.
Yeah.
Holy moly. That's crazy. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. And that's what this does. And
I need to see your ad.
yeah. Yeah. Because as you know, like most ads are going to be around like 1 to 3%, maybe click-through rate. Like we want to go 7 to 12 because now it's just a numbers game. The more eyeballs you're sending over to the landing page and then to the offer, like, the greater the chances of having sales. Yeah.
Is it easy to actually get 7% click-through rate?
Once you get it dialed in, yeah, it can be pretty easy. Yeah. I've even had as much as 20% click-through rates.
Holy moly. That's epic. This is why you can actually get this work at $20 a day. Like 20 cents cost per click is ridiculous right now, especially in like the health, wealth, and relationship niche. That's a lot of stuff. And you know what? Guess what? Robby actually shows you all this, a copy of the ad, right in this book. And also, he's going to even show you a case study of an ad that is generating insane amount. How much money is it generating, the case study you're going to review?
Yeah, it's been at least $1,000 a day for the last 3 years.
Wow, $1,000 a day. He's actually going to show you how the ad looks like and everything. If you actually scroll down right below, join us in the live training, grab a copy of this book. You'll see how his ad, like an exact copy of the ad, that's generating 7% all the way to 20% click-through rate, 20 cents cost per click, which is, I wanted to actually see the ad. So seriously, if you want to see the ad, you want to learn the strategy, you got to do it right now. Scroll down right below. So I got some questions about really, like, I'm mind blowing. This is mind boggling. Like, it's really different than what I do and what I teach. And I love this strategy because number one, you're just doing a quiz on asking people simple questions. Number two, you don't really need ad copy. Number three, it's so scalable. And number four is the fact that you are not selling. Like, people hate selling. And the way that you're doing this, you're not selling. You are literally asking. Like, you're asking. Even I think your ad, you're using it in a way where you're piquing their interest to read up on something and actually go through the ask formula, which is pretty darn cool. And to me, like, I've been online for years, and this is simple. This is absolutely simple. But again, I know that a lot of people can argue that, hey, Fred and Robby, you guys are expert. You guys know what you're doing. You guys make sound like it is simple. So if I'm brand new, I've never done this before, will it work? And can you share actually some of your student results? Because I know that throughout the last year, you've been really beta testing and really trying to perfect the system that your students or regular people can actually duplicate your system and replicate the result. Can you actually talk about several of your students' success stories using this strategy?
Sure, I'd love to. Yeah, and this is the crazy thing about this is because well, I'll tell you just a quick second here. I was going to tell you, like, one thing that I forgot to mention was when I was in third place with the contest, like, I made a deal with myself that, like, unless I hit first place, I wasn't going to teach this to anybody else, right? And if I came in second, I'm not going to teach anybody because I was like, I'm not good enough, But when I hit first, I'm like, all right, I got to teach people. So I kind of started to share and teach people the system. And it's been crazy. I mean, people have gotten really, really amazing results. So it's not just me. I'm not just a unicorn. It works for other people. A perfect example would be someone, one of my students, her name is Liza. Now, Liza was a flight attendant for 25 years. Okay, I believe it was in Hong Kong or Singapore. And she just retired recently, right? Probably about a year ago. She, on her last month as a flight attendant, doing all the international flights, like back and forth, with all the crazy passengers, she made $5,000 for the month, right? As a flight attendant. She jumped in, started doing my training, started doing what I taught her. Within about 45 days, she had a $10,000 week. Right? So she made basically twice her salary in a week in the comfort of her own home in New York City on the couch. Wow. So that was one story. Another amazing story is of this lady named Noelle. Noelle is a retired Army veteran, and she lives in San Diego, and she just recently was divorced, right? So she was divorced. And it got to the point where like her mortgage was more than she could probably handle. And she was kind of pulling from her savings a lot, right? And she was kind of worried that she wasn't sure if she was going to be able to keep her house because the mortgage is, kind of piling up on her. And so she ended up jumping into my training. And then from there, she started to kind of implement. And then within, I think it was like 6 weeks or so, she was having like $1,000 a day. And then she had a $2,000 a day and then a $5,000 a day. She ended up doing in a month over $100,000 in revenue. And then she did, and of that revenue, about 65,000 was profit. The best part is she was able to keep her house. And on top of that, she put in a resignation. So she actually quit her 9-to-5 job in a matter of like 6 weeks. I mean, just crazy.
So literally she went from like a veteran about to actually lose her house to become a millionaire. 100K a month. That's $1.2 million in sales. At 60% margin, that is like $700,000 profit. Yeah. Kudos to you. Hats off. This is like amazing. Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, and then we have some other stories. Now, obviously, like we have some other stories, and some of the coolest stories I love is like people getting their first sale. I think that's like there's something special about getting your first sale online. So we had one student who literally had a ClickBank account for 8 years, Fred, right, with goose eggs all for 8 years, and he tried different courses, he tried different trainings, didn't have success. He started doing what I taught him to do. Within 48 hours, he had his first sale. Wow. I mean, and so obviously it wasn't like hundreds of thousands of dollars, but to me, that's so special because once you get that first sale, like in your head, it proves the concept, and it just shatters those glass ceilings, right? Of like, I can't do this, or I can't make money online. Like that one sale, whether it's $5 or $50, like that's everything, because then you just repeat it. Now you replicate it, and then that's where the success comes. Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy. One quick question. Do you have does this only work for people in the States, or it's like worldwide? Like anywhere doesn't matter where you're at. You can be in Zimbabwe, South Africa, India, Korea. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. I mean, we have students from literally everywhere. I think, just off the top of my head, we have students in Austria, Australia, New Zealand, Brazil, Mexico, Iceland, Ireland, Belgium. I mean, literally anywhere. As long as you have Wi-Fi, Facebook, and you can have a ClickBank account, like you're good to go.
All right. So I'm curious. I bet you there's some secrets that you do to get these kind of student results. So first of all, listen, if you want to actually learn more about this, get this book right down below, okay? Click that link, get this book, start diving into it, and make sure you join our live training where Robby is going to go into more detail about it. But I feel there's something that I need to peel the onion a little bit. I feel that with your students, you do something very different. Can you share a little bit more about Commission Hero? Let's be honest. Share about it. It's not just the system. There's got to be something that gives them a competitive advantage. For example, having access to the Facebook employee for compliancy. There's got to be more. Tell me more about it.
Yeah, so I think, here's what it comes down to, right? With Commission Hero, which is the training that I teach people how to make money using the system, it really comes down to the fact that here's the thing, Fred, literally every single day, we have a coaching group and everything. I am in there personally every single day helping people out. Okay, that's the first thing. So I don't know of anyone else that does that. Actually, when I talk to some of my peers who are, have courses or whatever, they're like, Robby, you're freaking crazy. Why are you spending so much time doing this every single day? And the reason why is because I care. I really want people to get results. Because I'm a big believer that in order to get what I want in life, I have to help other people get what they want in life, right? And the more people I help do that, the better off, things. It's a win-win, right? So for me, I just work, as hard as I can, every single day. If I'm not sleeping or golfing, I'm helping people out, right? So that's the first reason. The second reason I think that people get results faster than anything else out there is because, I actually walk the walk and I don't just talk the talk, okay? I think, unfortunately, there are a lot of other things out there where a lot of people, they just kind of teach now and they still don't implement anymore. And maybe they did a couple of years ago and they don't do it anymore now. For me, I have to keep doing it because in order for my students to continue to have success, they need to know what's working right now, not a year ago, 3 years ago. So for me, those are two things that I think separate with what we teach in Commission Hero than anyone else. And I think that's, that's super important. And for me too, I'm a big believer that success is contagious. So, the more students that I can have get results like that, it spreads, right? And everyone's like, oh wow, like if this person did it, then I can do it. Like a perfect example, Fred, is my girlfriend recently just started using Commission Hero. And she started in December, and she just had her first $1,000 a day. And then she ended up having, like, she did like five $1,000 days in a row. And so even my girlfriend is using this and having success with it. And she works a 9-to-5 job, and she, English is her second language. She's from Brazil. So, she's making it work too. So yeah.
Awesome. Well, here's the thing, guys. There's one thing that I gotta let you guys know, that Robby is too humble to tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this. It's the fact that Robby actually shows you all the ads that he's using, all the offers that he's doing. He even give you the rights to actually copy his stuff. That's why his students are able to actually get this kind of results. I'm gonna put it up there because Robby is too humble to talk about it. You can tell him he's so genuine. He doesn't want to brag about it. But listen, like when I saw Commission Hero, I was like, holy crap, I'll sign up just for that. Like literally, I just get a copy his $20,000 a day commission campaigns. Like no wonder people can go from like 8 years of having a ClickBank account, not generating a first sale in 48 hours, boom, done it right away. So. Man, great job, and I've seen a lot of student success with Commission Hero. Super excited about it. So let me ask you a quick question though. Why does people need to actually grab a copy of your book, and what are you going to reveal inside the live training that we're going to be having soon?
Yeah, I think here's why. Because at the end of the day, like if you've been wanting to have success, if you've been wanting to have success online and take things to the next level, and you just even, if you were like me a couple of years ago, like 5 years back, where I would just like, man, it was like I was banging my head against the wall trying to figure out on my own, and I'd make every mistake in the book. Like, don't do that. Like that's why, I call it the blueprint there, because it literally is a blueprint of what I've done and what I've been able to help people out with. So that's the first reason. I mean, guys, like, we have students that within the first 48 hours are getting their first sale, students within the first 30 days that are making $1,000 a day. Now, obviously I can't guarantee that anyone will do that, but it's been working. Like, it's proven, it's happened. It can happen to you. Right. And so that's the big thing is, like, I'm a big believer that, like, speed of implementation is very, very powerful. Right. And you can buy speed. And I think that's the most important thing, is being able to, why, suffer through it for years, like that guy was for 8 years, when he could have just learned from me and then saved himself 8 years of headache and agony. So that's really what it comes down to. So the reason why you should be on this training is that if you want to have success online, if you don't have a huge budget or a lot of time, and you just want to learn from someone, like, and learn from someone who's the best at what they do, and I don't say that bragging, but it's just, I'm number one, then that's really why you should be on there, honestly and truly.
Awesome. So again, he's going to reveal it all. He's going to even show you a case study of his campaigns, like the ad, the offers that he's doing, landing page. Like, seriously, no reason why you're not going to be actually joining us. So click that link right down below. Now, here's the fun part. Man, this sounds like so simple, literally. So simple. Right now, here's the thing. I actually want to go into Commission Hero and start doing this and actually be a student of yours. And let's create a case study. You're up for the challenge? Let's see what happens between now for our actually live webinar. Now, for those of you that are watching a replay, we'll tell you how many days the replay actually got released, when we actually did the ad and everything. Why don't we actually do a case study? Let's see what we can do using your system. I'll put you to the challenge. Are you up for it?
Dude, are you up for it? That's the question.
I'm up for it. All right, both Robby and I are up for it. So what we're gonna do is, I guess we're gonna make this live training even better now. So I'm gonna actually go ahead and go into Robby's training. I'm gonna actually implement exactly what Robby is teaching, and let's see how many sales I actually get. I'll reveal how much we're gonna make in our live training that is coming up, all right? And I'll basically do it. Like, I think this is gonna be fun. And it also proves to you, like, I never heard of the strategy before, by the way. I never done it before. So I'm literally gonna go through Robby's course. Obviously, I'm gonna ask Robby for help, just like he's giving help to students. And let's see how many sales we actually can generate. And then I'll even reveal more information of the things that I've gone through, and maybe I'll add to it too, using my expertise as well. So seriously, guys, let's do it. Are you up? You're down? You're down?
I'm down, man.
All right, we're down. It's a deal right now that Robby and Fred is doing a case study. Let's see how much money Fred Lam can make with this strategy, and we'll reveal it all inside our live training that we have coming up. So seriously, guys, grab this book right now. It's right in the video description right below. Make sure you join us live. There are a case study, seeing Fred Lam's challenge. Let's see how it does. And you're gonna actually learn the entire blueprint. So this is an absolute no-brainer. So Robby, I gotta say, kudos on what you have been doing. Thank you so much for your amazing time, for actually giving up your time from family and from your work to be here. We actually spent like a good almost an hour having me grill you. So you have my certified stamp. You are the #1 ClickBank affiliate in the world. I can definitely say that for a fact. You are the real deal. So guys, all of you, if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you comment right below. Thank Robby. Do so right now. Show your appreciation to him. I learned a lot. I took a lot of notes. So thank you so much, Robby, for actually being here. Any last minute things that you wanted to actually share with my community?
Yeah, I mean, I would say the big thing is like, you know, at the end of the day, just go for it, right? Like if you want to have success online, like, you know, get rid of any excuse you have and just make it happen. Like, I mean, literally, like if I can do it as just a gym owner with no online business, no experience, and then you know, to be where I am today, like literally anybody can do that. And I think you've kind of proven that with all the students we've had. So, you know, get out of your own way, get out of your comfort zone, and just make it happen. Yeah.
Awesome. So again, thank you so much, Robby. Looking forward to connect. I'm going to be messaging you soon. We're going to start that challenge, and let's see how it goes. So guys, do it right now. Scroll down right below, grab a copy of this book. All right. Thank Robby, and also make sure you are there live in our upcoming training. All right, so again, thank you everyone. I'll see you guys in our live training.